welcome back to another episode of Street Signs Storytime where, we dig into the weird, we dig into the wild, and occasionally suspicious history behind street names. Today, we're going to take a trip to Carthage, New York, and visiting the legendary High Street, a road whose name has not only raised eyebrows, but it has sparked conspiracies for several generations. So you're probably thinking, what's the mysterious origins of High Street? Now, most people assume that High Street is just a fancy old-timey way of, saying Main Street. But in Carthage, there's an entirely different theory. According to local legend, High Street got its name thanks to a peculiar incident that happened in the late 1800s that involved a rogue hot air balloon, a wagon full of chickens, and a man named Harold Hiccup Higgins, the original Triple H. Harold, he was Carthage's most notorious tinkerer, always inventing things and never worked quite right. One fateful summer day in 1887, Harold decided to test his new hot air balloon, which he confidently claimed was the future of grocery shopping. The idea was simple. He'd float over town, take orders for people below, and drop their purchases right to their doorsteps. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Everything could go wrong. On the morning of the launch, Harold's balloon was tied to a wagon packed with live chickens. Why? Nobody really knows. As he fired up the burner, a freak gust of wind ripped the balloon free, sending Harold, the chickens, and his entire dignity soaring into the sky. Witnesses say he floated clear over the town, dropping eggs, feathers, and increasingly frantic apologies as he went. But by the time Harold crash-landed smack in the middle of what was then an unnamed road, the townsfolk had already decided. If a man and a flock of chickens could get that high above Carthage, then the street should probably be called High Street. And so, the name stuck. Fun fact break! Carthage, New York edition. Speaking of High Street, did you know that Carthage, New York was once home to one of the largest paper mills in the country? In fact, at one point, the town produced so much paper that if you stacked it all together, it could probably form a paper staircase right back up to Harold's unfortunate, landing spot. But that's not all Carthage is known for. It also played an early role in iron production, with local ironworks supplying materials for railroads and bridges during the industrial boom. Some historians even believe that iron from Carthage may have been used in structures that are still standing today. And here's a little fun fact. How about one more for Carthage? It was actually once home to a bustling railroad hub, connecting it to major cities and fueling its economic growth. Though the railroads aren't as dominant today, remnants of Carthage's train history can still be found in old railway bridges and tracks scattered all around town. Maybe you rode down these tracks as a kid. If so, let us know your favorite one or a story about those infamous tracks. We all got those stories, right? Let's jump back into the legacy of High Street, because to this day, the legend of Harold Hiccup Higgins lives on. Some say on particularly windy nights, you can still hear the ghostly chuckles of chickens in the air. Others claim that if you stand in the middle of High Street and shout, "Harold, your groceries are here!" a sudden gust of wind will blow through town. Coincidence? Maybe. But Carthage residents, they know better. And that, my friends, is the totally true, probably true, story behind High Street in Carthage, New York. Until next time, keep your eyes on the street signs. You never know what secrets they might hold.